I think, just on that topic, women fundamentally, men too, but women, they want to look good.
Yeah.
They put a lot of value in their looks,
Look
and
good, feel good.
there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's just how the world works. People judge you by what they see, because if they don't know you, all they can go by is what they see. So people want to look as good as they can, generally speaking. Nothing wrong with that at all. You can go overboard with it.
Yes.
So I just think my perspective is, you said less is more. Less is more. You want to be as close to natural as possible, maybe a slight enhancement, like if you have, or just trying to get back to where it was when it was a little bit younger. But your face does change as you get older.
Right.
Women's faces look different when they get, 40. They're supposed to.
Yeah.
And there's not, as long as you take care of yourself, it's just part of the natural process.
Yeah. Hey, my name is Jessica Goins. I'm a nurse practitioner and owner of OptimLife Health in Dallas, North Carolina. And here with me is my husband, Bradley Goins. And together we own Goins Strong Fitness in Dallas and Cherryville. And today we're going to talk about filler. That is something we haven't talked about before. That is another aesthetic service that I offer. So we're just going to kind of briefly touch on that, not spend too much time, and I will start again this time, since you're not really.
I don't know nothing. I've never done filler, put it that way. I've seen it done.
I wouldn't think so.
I've witnessed it being done.
So why would you want filler? Well, as we age, we're starting to, lose some of our collagen, and our fat pads can shift, or we're losing that too, or even with dramatic weight loss, our face changes. So think about it. It's like, if you're looking sunken in, or you're just feeling old, it's like, what can I do, right? Besides the basics of, your nutrition and hydration and things like that, what else can you do? Well, you can do filler, which is going to replace that volume that's been lost.
Right.
A good example would be on like a cheekbone or whatever, that you could put it directly on the bone and fill it that way. You can put it other different areas too in the face. Like you can put it here, you can put it under the eye, you can put it in the frown lines, smile lines, smile lines, which is called the nasolabial folds.
Yeah, where those creases have gotten real deep.
Yeah, so sometimes like those lines just over time, it's like they're there, they're not going to go away. Your makeup settling in it, super frustrating. So it's like, let's say your cheeks are a little bit flatter too. So it's like, if you replace your volume loss here, and then that could potentially, I'm not saying you're going to be, but that could potentially lift it a little, but you still may need a little bit there.
Right.
Maybe. Yeah. But you want to, less is more, right? You're not just like trying to pump your face full of filler.
Yeah. Well, you see a lot of variety of. Yeah. I've just witnessed a lot of ladies, they get a little overboard, they start putting filler on top of filler, and some places will.
And it can move.
And it can move, or, and that filler stays longer than I think they say, from what I've seen. Yeah. And what I'm just witnessing you and witnessing other people and talking to other people.
Yeah, and you can feel your lips, as obviously I've had my lips filled. I haven't had my lips filled in March of
3 years.
This coming year, it'll be 4 years. So
4
it's been 3.5 years, and I haven't had to do it.
And they've kind of stayed. They've
stayed. Not budged. Filler. Most filler is made of hyaluronic acid, which we naturally have in our bodies or whatever. And over time, that it can just diminish. So that's why I'm actually shocked that they're still there. I don't know what in the world.
Yeah.
But usually when you're getting your lips filled or your face or whatever, it can last anywhere from 6 months to a year, 18 months, depending on which type of filler. There are many types of fillers made by different brands, different viscosities, things like that for different types of areas. So depending on what area of the face depends on what type of filler. Not all fillers are created equal, and not all are made out of the same thing. You definitely want one that has a reversal agent, because when you're injecting, you could potentially occlude a blood vessel, which you have to be very careful. But you want something to be able to counteract that right then if you think that tissue is
Right.
at risk
If
of
you have a,
being damaged.
yeah, if you have something, if you have an issue, you want to
Yeah.
be able to reverse it because, nothing is
Right.
risk-free. It's not common, but it can happen.
Right, but there again, I'm less is more. It's like the least I can give you and make you feel good about yourself, then that's good. I'm not just trying to blast you with filler, selling you syringe after syringe or whatever.
Yeah. I think, just on that topic, women fundamentally, men too, but women, they want to look good.
Yeah.
They put a lot of value in their looks,
Look
and
good, feel good.
there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's just how the world works. People judge you by what they see because if they don't know you, all they can go by is what they see. So people want to look as good as they can, generally speaking. Nothing wrong with that at all. You can go overboard with it.
Yes.
So I just think my perspective is, you said less is more. Less is more. You want to be as close to natural as possible, maybe a slight enhancement, like if you have, or just trying to get back to where it was when it was a little bit younger. But your face does change as you get older.
Right.
Women's faces look different when they get, 40. They're supposed to.
Yeah.
And there's not, as long as you take care of yourself, it's just part of the natural process.
Yeah. I think too, I want to say this before I forget. Sometimes we were talking about like the longevity of it, how it could last like anywhere from 6 months to a year, 18 months, depending on like what type you get or whatever. I do see that kind of like with the Botox, I don't know if I said this, but with Botox or filler, if you exercise heavily, or especially like runners who are like constantly pounding the ground, I feel like you go through it faster, you metabolize it a little faster. So I will say that, especially in people who work out a lot, they may run through it faster. That's why I think I go through not only my forehead is strong, but that's why I go through it.
I think that's especially true for Botox.
But especially for Botox. But filler, it can do that as well. So,
Yeah. Well, your body's going to metabolize anything that you've injected into it in some way over time.
Yeah. So, I feel like I had another train of thought and it like is gone.
Tends to happen.
Yeah, it does.
We were talking about filler.
Yeah. Where are we?
Well, I stole from you. Stole time.
No. I mean, I'm probably like.
We were talking about less is more. That's the last thing you were before I interjected.
Yeah. No, you're good. I don't know. I think it's just like good to consider there again, like what you want, how natural do you want it to look. Before pictures are a must. Like maybe even bringing pictures of something that you like on somebody else. Not that you can achieve that. Lord knows, when I used to do hair, somebody would bring me a picture. Oh, I want my hair to look just like hers.
Yeah.
So, no, but just know that when you first get it done that day, whatever it is, let's say it was your cheeks, or let's say it was your lips, or whatever, you're going to have swelling that day, right? So you may have a lot of swelling, and sometimes depending on which filler it is, it can be more, because some of them draw in more water to the area than others, like more fluid, so to speak. So you may have a lot of swelling, especially that first day, the first couple of days. That next morning, you may wake up and be like, oh dear God, what did I do? And everybody's like, judging you. It's not going to last. It's not going to stay like that. It's just normal. And, swelling can be, up to a week or two, right? Bruising can happen with that. And bruising can even happen with Botox, I should say. But usually that goes away very soon.
It's usually minor.
Yeah, if you have it, it's usually minor. But there again, you wouldn't want to be like rubbing on your face that day. You wouldn't want to be trying to manipulate it on your own. You don't want to be pulling on anything. Like you don't want to be rubbing that, right? Like it's been put in. You don't want to be moving it around. So I would say you wouldn't be wanting to work out that day either. And honestly,
or if you got your cheeks done, sleeping on your hand like that.
You really wouldn't want to wear makeup that day. I mean, it's not that you can't. Like if you're a veteran filler getter, you know how to apply your makeup. You know the game. Like, but for somebody new, it's like it's not worth it. Like, don't be manipulating your face heavily, right? Don't. I think
as long as your makeup's clean. As long as you're putting stuff that's clean, like if you got dirty makeup, like I'm not saying
like a dirty,
you shouldn't have dirty makeup, but if your brush could have bacteria on it, where you've just injected is.
Same with Botox.
There's still a tiny hole there. It's maybe not completely sealed up, and you got a risk.
The recommendations are not to wear it that day. But I mean, if I'm going somewhere, I usually go ahead and put it on. But I put makeup on with my fingers anyway, so my hands are clean, whatever.
Just lightly dab it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that.
And then, can't really think. I mean, there's like so much to it, whether you're talking about Botox or filler. But there again, we were just touching on the basics of like why you would want to do that, which was like what we said was sometimes with major weight loss or just with aging in general to like just restore that youthful appearance of where that collagen has been lost or whatever over time. Just make you feel better. And then,
if you got tiny lips, don't try to have like like your lip used to be tinier, but now to me it's natural.
There for a little bit, it was a little
but
big.
People will. It's easy to get carried away. It's easy to overdo it, and you'll.
Yeah, I didn't realize how thin my lips.
I know ladies like big lips, but like men don't like the big lips like that.
Yeah, some of them do.
They're weird.
Some of them do. Like
you don't want to overdo it.
Some people have like M-shaped lips. I did. I had a really thin M-shaped lip, and that bothered me.
Slightly enhanced, natural plus. Let's put it natural plus is the way to go. I guess if you're trying to get that, but don't go. If you can go way overboard with it.
If your lips are thin, you should just start slowly and conservatively. And
you can always add more.
Build up over time. I would say try not to go too big too soon. That would be my recommendation.
You can always add more. Maybe that will end up costing you another syringe later on, and it costs more money, and people just want to get.
Sometimes you got to be careful about touch-ups too, because sometimes you are nitpicking yourself, and you're like, this little spot, like right here or right here or right here, and then you go and you try to tweak that, and then it's like another thing and another thing. So my recommendation too, and I had to teach myself this, it's like quit always chasing that, because sometimes it just creates another issue that you want to address. So it's like so if you address this, let's say you got a little tiny thing with it here, sure, maybe you can get that. I'm not saying that there isn't an awesome injector out there who can just get that, but usually things get a little bigger than you want or whatever, or you just have a whole nother problem. So less is more. Don't be so hard on yourself and always think you have to tweak. I mean, I could be hard on myself about my crazy forehead, injecting Botox all the time, but I just fight through it, right? Like so I have movement.
Right.
Okay, so what? That's just me.
Yeah,
so
the key, you shouldn't be trying to redo your face is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be a whole new person,
that's just my outside perspective as a guy. Like, don't be trying to remake your face into something that it's not. Just work with what you got.
Yeah.
Get things to a good place for your face.
Yeah, I think natural is best for most people.
The only way to get a new face is to go get plastic surgery, and I don't recommend that either. God made you a specific way, so
yes, exactly.
Don't be too hard on how you look.
Yeah. Okay, so that's just some small touch points. We could always dive into more later, but I feel like that's okay. And if you guys have any questions, you can comment or reach out. You can call us at OptimLife or check out our website or whatever. And we will see you next time.